you're all very welcome to Rising Tides, which is a momentous day for FairPlé.
There seems to be roles that are acceptable for women to perform. You're allowed to be a singer. I think that we'd all agree with that, maybe. You're not really allowed to be a composer. You're not really allowed to be a producer. You're not really allowed to be a sound person. You're certainly not allowed to be a musical director if there's a guy in the band. For some reason, when I'm working, I feel like I have to pretend like I don't have a family. And yet, when I'm at the school gates and I'm being a parent, I feel like I'm ashamed of my work. I feel like I have to pretend I don't have a job. Why is that? Why do I feel like that? Why do I feel guilty in every turn and that I'm not doing each job properly? We feel we have to carry the ultimate can for our domestic life, whilst wanting to be the ultimate professional in our professional lives. So I think we have to understand what our strengths are, because we are very, very, very strong, and help society alter our perception of those strengths. But why, as a woman, do you have to prove yourself competent? And why, as a man, does he have to prove himself incompetent? It's not a level playing field. Role models, I think, will hugely alter that, but in order to have role models, you have to break the mold in the first place. So.
What I hear from men is two things, because they go, this is nonsense, it's just the best person for the job. It should just be a meritocracy. And I don't know what all the fuss is about, and actually everything seems to be about women at the moment, not men. It's crazy, but you will hear this a lot, and actually a lot of this comes down to education and the right communication, because if you get the communication wrong at the start, everything else falls apart. So the first thing I'll always say is, I'll talk about privilege, and the reality is, privilege is invisible to those who have it. And men are the beneficiaries of the largest affirmative action program in the history of the world. It's called the history of the world. It's not just women. People often say, Peter, why are you talking about gender diversity? There's loads of other diversities out there. I said, there is. But guess what? Gender diversity is one you can solve really quickly because it's a 50-50 split. And secondly, you can see it. And finally, gender diversity and all the other diversities actually follow the same process, because a lot of it becomes how you think about it. And then the third one is around unconscious bias. And the key word here is unconscious, because lots of people say, I don't have unconscious bias, and then you have to explain to them the word unconscious. In the way of trying to get women to be and do everything, we have completely negated changing the role of men. So all we've done is we've told women they can have everything, but we've changed none of the social structures or construct to give them that opportunity to do it, because guess what? Men aren't changing anywhere near enough. We need to get them involved in the debate. So let's not do this because it's right for business or it's right for Ireland. Let's just do it because it's the right thing to do.
But it is important that the women are kind to the women. It's really important, because let's not lose the run of ourselves. Sometimes the damage is done by women to other women. And I think it is because when women maybe do break through that glass ceiling, they're so relieved to have got there and into positions of power that they're going, oh thank God, right, I'm sorted. And they close the gate on other women coming behind them. And I love the shine theory from the Obama administration, where the women made a serious commitment to supporting each other and shining the spotlight on each other and magnifying their ideas and themselves. After that then I went on, had a couple of kids, and to be honest, whatever, 15 years on, I don't think I would have a clue how to get back into the industry if I wanted. I wouldn't know where to start. I wouldn't know if I was relevant anymore, if I had a place there. And that's really started to bother me over this last while. If you take a step out of it, how do you come into it again? What is this profession of traditional music? Do we actually have a profession? We use the word, we want to present ourselves in that way. We are professionals on lots of levels, but I think we're still missing a vital piece of infrastructure that allows us, male and female, to properly present ourselves as professionals in this space. And I see lots of opportunity for the women to take the lead on making the profession of traditional music much more coherent, much more positive going forward.
I was just looking back over the last 10 or 11 years of classes, and I would say at least 80% of the people who are in my classes, which would tend to be advanced classes, so these are people who can play, and about 80% of the people who come to my class are women. And I'm saying to myself, where are they? Where do they go? Because if you were looking at this from an industry or a business perspective, you could say there's a pipeline of serious talent. And you look around then, how does this talent normally find expression? Is it gigs and recordings, bands, etc., etc.? I'm not seeing a correlation between what passes through and I know this is just one sample, my sample of fiddle players and what I see out in the world. Part of me is still asking the question as a male, how much of the way I think and behave in the world of music is influenced by things that predate my existence. The models and the stereotypes that have been embedded in traditional and folk music from the 50s and 60s. So how much of that is influencing the way I unconsciously behave? I would be happier and I would feel better equipped to do more if I had access to maybe more influential evidence and fact-based materials, not just stories and case studies, but maybe numbers, statistics and opportunities. Okay, thank you.